All right, guys. So hello, welcome. This is our first call for our Team Cup of August. I'm really excited. There's so many of us here. And even though technically we're only supposed to be five to a team, I mean, this is really just for us to kind of keep our motivation high right after Summit, all that inspiration we're having, and kind of just really dig deep into the business. So the more the merrier. I want to definitely stress that. Bridge, if you can, thanks, Bridge. Stress that I do not want these our team calls to be like typical team calls where one of us is just gonna kind of sit here and talk about what we all need to be doing or something like that. I want these calls to be as interactive as possible. The whole point is to kind of see what is going to work or what isn't going to work. For our business, and then that way we can, finish the year strong. So I just wanted to start us off with that. So we got a couple of things lined up to talk about tonight. The first one, I hope you guys have a pen and paper handy because I want to start off with goals. Veronica had posted on our team page today how important, and we all heard about it at Summit, how important writing down goals are, short-term and long-term goals, and we kind of have that visual back and forth. So first and foremost, I want to go ahead and do that. Second. You guys like 30 seconds. All right. And want goals to not only be what you want to achieve, but also kind of what you want to overcome. So if you want to achieve Success Club 5, but you want to overcome talking to strangers, maybe you're already out of your warm market, you're going into your cold market. So you kind of want to overcome those things. And then one second, guys. Can you guys hear me? Yeah? No? Okay, give me 1 second. Yeah, I didn't think so. Hold on. Eric. All right, yeah, this is what happens in real life. Can I borrow your headphones? All right, how about a lot better? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, awesome. All right, sorry guys, my Beats apparently wasn't connecting. I didn't realize until 6 minutes into the call. So I hope you guys heard me about the goals at least and writing them all down. All right, cool. So in our thread, we're just gonna go ahead and add them so that we can all kind of keep ourselves accountable on what our goals are. So then I also wanted to talk about committing to a program. So how many of you guys, let me put you on gallery view so I can see everybody. How many of you guys are going to be committing to Country Heat this month? All right, awesome. And does everyone else have a program they're already committed to or are going to start committing to? All right, awesome. Because I think, yeah, that's definitely going to be, I myself wasn't in a program, so I'm just starting T25. I started yesterday. And I feel like, obviously taking our social media on through the journey of our program is really going to, at the end of the 30 days or 60 days or 21 days, whatever program you're doing, be able to kind of bring in that momentum to start off for September. So I think that's definitely very important. And, we also wanted to talk about personal development. So I know for myself, I kind of go on YouTube every day, and the way I wake up feeling is kind of what I go to look for my own personal development. But I also am listening to the 10X rule, and I think it's good to kind of have a personal development where you are either, a book or an audio where you're listening to for a certain amount of times, and it kind of has a consistent background of what personal development is all about. So I just wanted you guys to go ahead and tell us by Sunday what book you either are going to commit to or what book you're reading now. And then that way we can kind of share tips. If someone's struggling and how the social media and someone's reading the jab, 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 right hook book, then they can kind of, tell us what they've learned that week and whatnot. So we were hoping to have by Sunday a list of what you're doing for personal development, and we ourselves will go ahead and give you suggested lists. I don't know the levels of everyone here on the Team Cup. So, if you guys have kind of already been on the team for a while and are already doing this, go ahead and give some advice to some of the new ones that haven't been on the team long enough and it's maybe their first Team Cup. So like I mentioned in the beginning, since we want this to be as interactive as possible, we were thinking that we kind of can do a topic. So every week we kind of talk about the three, something that's the most important in our business that we either struggling with or we want to kind of expand on. So because we're only going to have 3 more calls for this Team Cup, we wanted to kind of, if you guys can write down maybe on the chat some of the topics you guys want to hear, give maybe your top 3, and then we can kind of find the 3 that are most popular. That way, so when we get on the team calls, you guys have your questions and we can kind of tackle it together as a team. So we did also, because I think one of the most important things the Team Cup does is obviously give accountability. I think a lot of success partners come out of Team Cups because they've realized how great, even though yes, we're all big team and we help each other out, how it's great to have somebody or a couple of people kind of every single day checking in with you. Hey, how's it going? Hey, did you finish your 10 prospects you wanted to add and so forth. So for that, I wanted to hold us all accountable to business hours. So what hours are you setting in a day? Even if it's, 30 minutes or an hour, or maybe it's split. You do 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes at night. But that way we're all kind of on the same page in what you guys are doing. So, I can maybe say, Sibs, did you do your power hour from 9 to 8, from 9 to 10, like you said you were going to do, and, so forth. So, we wanted to talk about, knowing everyone's power hours. And then, one of the biggest things in our business is stepping out of our comfort zones. I think, with keeping within what we're used to, what we're comfortable with, and so can only take us so far. And I feel like the big success comes from overcoming those boundaries that you have within yourself and overcoming your comfort zone. And so we want you guys to feel as comfortable as possible talking about anything that is scary to you guys. How can I start doing this? How can I, get better in that? And, we just really want to make sure that this group is going to be as interactive and as judgment-free zone as possible. I think everyone here can say, I want to see everyone here be that much further in their business, individually. And I feel like we can definitely do that as a team. So we are going to wrap up with 2 big surprises, I guess, that we have. We kind of come together and we've decided that one of the things that helps us in our business is having a consistency. And so what comes with consistency is knowing what to do in our business. I know you guys know about the 4 vital behaviors, so I'm not going to sit here and talk about that. But I wanted to talk about coming together and doing kind of like a checklist. So did you not only do your 4 vital behaviors, but did you look at that YouTube video because you're struggling with talking to strangers? Did you also do maybe, something else? Everyone's in their different stages in their business and they know what they need. And so we were thinking checklists, it's a great way. I know I'm very visual. So if I see done, I'm like rock star, even if it was like, wake up, make my bed, brush my teeth, something that I'm going to do regardless. So I feel like, that is going to be really cool to be able to check off, highlight, color code it, whatever the case is. But so we're going to go ahead tonight, probably tomorrow, go ahead and come up with a checklist and kind of give it to you guys. And feel free to kind of ask us for different kinds of checklists. So maybe not just checklists on what you're supposed to be doing in a day, but maybe a checklist on what you should be doing on social media. I know I kind of give myself a reminder. Don't forget Transformation Tuesday. Don't forget Throwback Thursday. Don't forget Opportunity Post Sunday. And I check off mentally what I'm doing in my social media on top of what I'm doing in my business, and so forth and so forth. So with that, we are doing it, right, guys? We are going to be giving out a special prize weekly on those that have completed their checklist 100%. We want to reward you guys for those daily small compound effect behaviors that you're doing that are going to, give you that huge success at the end of them. So that's what we really want to reinforce here. Your small daily behaviors that are going to amount to the end goal and give you that success you're looking for in the business. And so those will be weekly goals. So 4 people will be able to win them. And then at the end, we want to reward the ones who have the highest Success Club points in the month, also for a little gift. So we wanted to do weekly because we don't feel that Success Club is the only thing that can show that you guys are working the business. I feel that if you're working every single day in small quantities, that it will equal to the big quantity. And that might mean that one week you don't hit Success Club, you don't make any Success Club points, but then the following week you make 5. And so it's not to say that the first week you guys weren't working, which is why we want to give weekly goals. But Success Club is business. If you're not hitting Success Club, you are not in business. So we also really want to reward that at the end of the month. So that's it for our team call. You guys, please unmute yourself, give us feedback. Like I said, we want this to be as interactive as possible. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself so someone else can unmute.
All right, so I'm gonna go because nobody else is talking. So one thing I know that I really have to challenge myself in doing, like I like to take my workouts, Beachbody On Demand. I like to take them to the gym so that way, not for nothing, but like people could see me doing it and, get inspired. I even tell some girls, I'm like, hey guys, come work out with me. Like, let's do this, and they actually do it. It's super fun. But like one thing I really have to do is just start going up to people and just start talking to them and really be like, hey, I saw you working out. I saw you on the treadmill. You're doing a great job, just to build, relationships, just to build friendships, and just to, be nice and just to talk. And I really have to challenge myself to do that more. So I'm making it a priority for myself to get out there and start talking, because I think that's going to be a big key to any, future success that I have, because you can only do so much through social media. And I think it has a lot to do with going out and talking to people and being friendly. So that's my main goal this time around.
That's awesome. All right. So what are you going to try to do? What's your challenge to yourself? How many of these ladies or gentlemen that you see are you going to go up to?
I'm going to, I was writing down and I was like, okay, at least 5 people the whole time I'm at the gym. I'm thinking, okay, I could see somebody at the counter, they're buying a drink or whatever. I see someone upstairs at the cardio area. I see someone in the cycling room. I see someone in the sauna and someone in the locker room. So I figured, you know what? 5 people every time I go to the gym, let's do it. And not even the gym, but, going to Publix, wherever, wear my shirts that have, the Beachbody stuff on it. So that's my goal. Nice.
That's a big challenge.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure I do that 100% myself. That's awesome. You know what? We should all challenge ourselves for that. At least one person. Priscilla, go ahead, girl, with your 5. Hopefully at the end of the month I'll get there. But I say we all challenge ourselves to at least one person that way. I mean, and it's kind of easy, right? If you kind of engage in a conversation, it's going to come up, what do you do? And that would be a great kind of opportunity, and say, I do this and this and that. That would be great.
For me, there's something that I noticed in my business that I really have never talked about, which is the business opportunity. Number one, I don't talk about that. You see me doing everything else, and I'm on lock on that. But I don't do that, and I feel like it affects my business very much. And then there's even times where some people don't even know that I'm a Beachbody coach. So I need to express that more. Another thing that I had tried back in May, I just picked a park not far from my house. I invited people to come in and do 22 hardcore with me. I did had a few people. The following week, those people returned, and then they brought people too. So I kind of wanted that to evolve. I know that every time I do it, the more consistent I do it, the more people will bring somebody else, be like, hey, we worked out with Sibby at the park early in the morning Saturday. It was quick, 22 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. And, and then they'll bring people the next time. So I want to be consistent with that this month, especially that like school's going to start and things are kind of hectic this month. So I wanted to get back with that. And then another thing that I actually did today was I was just kind of looking through my phone, looking through stuff that I had saved. And, I'm sure you guys have seen my girls. They're my pride and joy. And I was thinking to myself, I don't get personal ever. Like people that are new and they follow me, they don't know me. I have a lot of people, a lot of new people that have followed me, and they just follow me because of my fitness or my cooking or I'm just being stupid and silly. And I never get personal. I never get deep. And I feel like it's important for you to, think to yourself, I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks about me, because I'm going to be me, and somebody that reads my post is going to relate to it. And I'm going to tell you what. Today I got personal, and I've gotten, I would say, 5 private messages of people telling me, Sibby, you spoke to me in your post today. And I've never had that type of feedback when I've shared anything, whether it's fitness or anything like that. So it was really nice to see that, things that I struggle with, other people struggle too. So don't think that the way you feel or something that's going on in your life isn't significant because you don't think it's significant. It's significant. Share it, because you're going to, somebody is gonna be like, man, I'm just like that. That has happened to me, the same thing. And that's what you want people, that's what you want your tribe, to feel. They want to feel like they can relate to you, that they, are just like you. You're a normal person, and they vibe off you, and that's how you're going to attract people. I've noticed that when you just share more of yourself, whether it's silly, whether it's a struggle, whatever, people relate to being real. And so I want you guys to challenge yourself and dig deep within yourself. What do you struggle with? What is something that's so scary that you don't want anybody to know, only your best friend? And just kind of share it in the way where you don't like give all the lowdown of the dirty laundry, but you just kind of put it out there like, you know what, I go through this. And you're going to see how many people relate to you. So I challenge you guys this month to get real deep within yourself, because great things will come from that.
Awesome. I think if you were at Summit, you know that this is Shanti speaking. I mean, that when he spoke, it was just everything. He talked about being truth. Are you being truthful for the things that you say and the things that you think? Do you actually truly believe all those things that you are saying to yourself? And he talked about transparency, how it was like, what if you really did live in a glass house? What if people really did see every little thing that you do? And I feel like this business is truly, maybe not every little thing like a glass house, but truly digging deep on an emotional level to help these people. I know, and it still happens to me to this day. I'll sit and I talk to someone, and you talk for more than 10 minutes, more than 15 minutes, and you think to yourself, wow, I didn't know that about you. Because of this day and age with this texting and all this stuff. And it's so helpful to get us to cross that bridge a lot quicker than if we had to go outside and meet strangers, right? Like technology gives us that inch before that we get to break these people's barriers, build a relationship, and then be able to meet them in person or be able to talk to them on the phone. I think that was one of the things why Summit is so powerful, because you get to, you know, be around these people that all are on the kind of the same path as you, and you get to like be next to them and vibe off them. And it's just absolutely amazing. So yes, Sibby, thank you for that. And that's exactly what we want. And because this is a judgment-free zone, we want you guys to share this transparency with us too, so that, you know, if maybe Priscilla and Sibby are struggling with the same thing, then by one person being brave enough to say it, then Sibby's able to help. You know, like she said, we're able to help at least one person that's within our team at the same time. So unless anyone else has anything to say, we can go ahead and...
Me.
All right.
Oh. I've been doing more live videos, and I'm not even kidding. I just did one about like the performance line earlier, and my messenger is blowing up. And I was like, oh my God, yes. I've never like done stuff like that. I'm always shy, but once I get comfortable, I start talking, and I'm like, oh, you know, I get all. I'm like a crack.
That's what the performance line you were talking about.
Yes, and I was, and they're like, I mean, I have like, I'm not even kidding, probably like 6 messages right now. And then on my Snapchat, I've been doing on my Snapchat, and I had like maybe 15, 20 messages about what I was doing and why I was doing it. So it's like awesome.
Most important thing, guys, is that when you keep this high, this is what it's all about. You keep the way that you are feeling right now, Tony, the way you are fired up, the way you feel are comfortable, the way you're excited about these people messaging you, keep that feeling. And however that is possible, write a post-it to your future self. On August 30th, don't forget, you're still a badass. You know what I mean? Whatever. So
I haven't been this energized. I haven't felt like this in a long time.
Summit. Whoever has not gotten their ticket, get your ticket. Yes, exactly. Yeah, same, Priscilla. Yeah. So that's awesome. Woo!
I wanted to chime in real quickly. If you didn't go to Summit, if you go on YouTube, and because usually what they do is at Summit, any presentations, any trainings, general session, any of that is usually recorded or streamed live. But for the general sessions, I don't think those were streamed live. I don't think so, right?
I don't think so.
There was just opening and closing ceremonies that were streamed live. Okay. Yeah. So if you go on YouTube and search Beachbody Summit 2016 general session, or just, Beachbody Summit 2016, you're going to get videos that coaches have uploaded on there on the general session. So Sibby and just mentioned about being transparent, and you can look up the speech that Shanti gave, the one that the girl that had cerebral palsy. I can never pronounce her name.
Said.
Okay, just look at
her name.
Maysoon. Okay, look at those videos, and that's what I'm gonna actually do with Mario when we're done with the call. And I'm not gonna bombard him, but I want him to see those. And just close your eyes, because you don't need to see anything. You don't need to see. Just close your eyes and listen to what they're saying. And when you kind of like put yourself into like what they're saying, it's just like mind blowing. And so I think that you guys need to do that at least tonight or this week. Just YouTube one of those videos and just become humble with it, because you'll understand like why, we're getting on these calls, why we're so pumped up, why we're joining forces, why we're doing all these things. Because when you go to Summit, and everybody's experience is completely different, but when you go, it really rocks your world. There's no other way. It just rocks your world. Like, there's different things that different people experience, but when you're there, or even just, taking 15 minutes out of your day, plugging in your earphones and listening to these, these chats, like, you'll understand why we're so fired up. And we kind of want to transmit that to you guys, for those who weren't able to go. So that's my challenge to you. get on YouTube, search those videos, and just listen to it. Don't take notes. You don't need to take notes. There's no note taking. Just listen. And that's it. That's all I got.
One thing that I wanted to also say about that, the one workshop that we had with Saudi Amante and Mickey Fernandez, if you go to either of their pages, I can't remember which one, but they did the whole entire 40 minutes on a live Facebook. So you can check it out on their page. I don't know if other speakers did that too, but I would say just try to search anything in the Facebook, put Beachbody Summit, and then maybe some live things could come up. They're actually the only one that I actually saw, but I was actually going to search for the other ones to see if maybe, you know, their people recorded them on stage. But check it out, because them girls, them NYC girls, ooh, let me tell you what, they put me in check. Like, I was like, okay, because my foundation has been sand, the beach. Like, I know I love the beach, but I can't be working my business on the sand. I need a rock. I need a solid as a rock. No, seriously, like you need to have a rock foundation. And she talked about also crawling and running. I've been crawling for 3 years, and that stops for me. There's no more crawling anymore. There's running. I'm sprinting. I ain't got no time. No, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and my paramedic certification is ending December 1st. And I haven't worked in the field. And I don't think that I will, because at this point I could kill people. You know, I haven't worked in the field. I haven't put a needle in somebody's arm in 4 years, and that's not safe. So for me, I put it in perspective that, you know, I went to school for this, but it prepared me for right now. You know, I know about the body. I can tell people and explain to them, you know, why you need to do certain things, why you need to eat certain stuff, why you need to exercise. So I'm a little more knowledgeable when it comes to the body and things like that. So I take it, you know what? I went to school like society tells you to do, and I got the knowledge, but I ain't doing it because I found something way better. Because whoever feels bad or anything like that, they're not going to call the doctor. They're not going to call the ER. I'm going to help them. So then they don't have to do that. So, you know, keep those things in mind, and don't think that, you know, just because you went to school, you got a degree and things like that. This company, it blew me away. I already have my mom and my dad coming. My husband is on board. I have my girls here that they already got their ticket. And I'm so fired up. I hope you guys are fired up. I hope that we all can just give you this energy of this feeling that we feel, because it's like I feel alive. I feel alive. I feel my purpose. And I want all of you to feel that feeling, because it gives me goosebumps. It gets me emotional. And I'm not a crier, but I've been crying of joy, of happiness, that like the universe is like with me right now. So that's it.
I love her, the energy. I hope you end every team cup call like that. All right, guys. Well, I wanted to take a quick picture. I think, you know, give part of you guys for being on a call at 9 o'clock. So let's take a picture. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, guys. I hope everyone has a great night. We'll see you next Tuesday. All right, bye.
Bye.